All right, we're down to making the last station for the model, number 3. Last time we made the other ones. Hopefully everybody understood. Don't forget to always put your water line in.
So that's the fast way of doing it without doing each of the dots that you did last time?
Well, usually I do one at a time and cut it out, but you can do it any way you want. Now when you get through, it's always a good idea.
Where's the water line? Oh.
The wrong way. It's always a good idea to put it back on the plan, make sure it's close. They're not always perfect, but you get them as close as you can. Then you just have to make sure that you do it by eye as best you can. I always measure out from the stern because before I told you I always leave the bow hopefully a 1/2 inch bigger. So I make my measurements from the stern and
And what are you writing on there, Dad? I get number 3 station. What's all the other writing though? 7 foot what?
well, it's not 7 feet, it's number 7 inches
Oh, well, it looked like a foot.
from the stern.
Oh, from stern is it? Okay.
So I've checked all of them, they all are pretty close, and that's it.
All right. So did you want to do some carving?
Yep.
Okay.
And don't forget, last time I showed you that I make an envelope out of some poster board, which I haven't made for Trio yet, but it's like this.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Where's the camera? It's the one you just made. Number 3. Oh. That's the stern. Number 5. Number 4. And that's the deck. Okay.
There's a piece of quarter sawn cherry I'm using for one of the plaques.
Nice.
It doesn't, I thought it would look more like the quarter sawn oak, but that's what they call it, quarter sawn cherry, and it was not cheap.
Maybe once you get some gloss on there, you'll see more highlights
I hope so.
in the wood. So is this probably the last bit of carving that you have to do before you start sanding?
No, I don't know, no. It's getting close. You can see I've got a lot.
Oh, right.
This
yeah.
this was the one you have to take the most wood off. This middle one.
The middle, yeah.
The stern and the bow ones are done, as far as I'm concerned.
So it's just the three middle ones. You need to remove wood where the pencil marks are.
We may be selling this model of the Francis when we're all done on eBay. I don't know whether Betsy mentioned that or
I
not.
haven't said it yet, no. We've sold models on eBay before. We've actually sold a model of this boat on eBay before. So yeah, when it's all done, I'll list it and I'll let everybody on YouTube know as soon as it's up, or what day I'm gonna have it up.
Francis was a white hull with a red bottom. If this doesn't look bad, I may stain it, but if not, I'm gonna paint it red like it was originally.
Maybe you should do a red mahogany stain to kind of mimic the original.
Yeah. I'm just not sure how good it will come out.
bigger blocks that you can screw on to the back so it's a little further up in the air.
Yeah,
Make it easier to.
I'm just used to it like this.
Yeah.
Plane needs to be sharpened. Hopefully everyone understood how I explained making the templates from the plans. I suppose if I wasn't explaining it right, we might be able to do it again if we have to on some other model.
Yeah, I think that would be good to do another one, but I think I got a few comments from people saying that, you know, they were really understanding it. And I figure if I can understand it, then probably anybody can.
That's close enough
It's really close.
just for sanding. This one is the one that takes the longest all the time. After I finish planing this a few more times, the next thing we'll show is sanding again. And I have a Festool carver sander that I bought. I've only been using that for 6 or 8 months. So a good block. This is a nice little sand block. It's just, I might have mentioned this before, it's just like 1/4 inch felt on a little block. This is probably 40 years old. And then I just take a piece of wood, and it's good if you can get stick-it paper, pre-stuck adhesive. You can usually get that and you stick it to the different blocks you have. It'll make things a lot easier.
That's for the coarser grits, right? Once you start to go finer, you can kind of do it by hand.
Yeah,
with the
I
finer grits.
go finer too with them. Then I always end up doing it by hand.
One of the main things is that you don't want to leave the imprints of your fingers in the wood, which you can do when you're sanding. And it isn't visible until you get your gloss on there.
Alright, that's all for now.
All
A little
right.
more carving, be ready for sanding. Next time we'll be sanding.
Okay, great. Thanks.